Go have a bottom episode of Bottom Geek sponsored you by Cheez-Its. I love you guys. I got my mouth.
Oh my god.
Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, August 28th, and you're listening to the Vitamin Geek Podcast. Tonight, we don't have a topic, and that's okay, because who gives a shit? Tonight, we're just going to talk about whatever we feel like talking about. Give it up, Midget. So,
Are we starting?
Yeah, we just did.
Oh.
This is our pre-Dragon Con episode, because tomorrow, everyone knows that the Blessed event in Atlanta, Georgia begins. And for the next,
unofficially,
4 or 5 days, a bunch of geeks will get it on and have a good time and spend lots of money and accelerate the economy of one hot Atlanta, Georgia. I'm your host, Corey Keelan. With me this evening is Mr. Patrick Sykes.
Good evening, everyone.
A guy who just can't fight that feeling when Call of Duty comes a-calling. His name's Eric Williams.
What's happening, everybody?
And the only dude on this show shorter than me, Brian Wallace.
Glad to be back.
And our newfound webmaster, Brandon Posey. He's speechless.
I'm here, everybody. Oh, sorry. My mic was on mute. Oh, let me start over. Hold on. Look.
Brandon Posey.
Look, you're my best friend, so don't think this the wrong way. In 20 years, if you're still living here, coming over to my house to watch the Patriots games. Still working construction, I'll effing kill you. That's not a threat. That's a fact. I'll effing kill you. That was just a quote from the new Batman from Good Will Hunting.
Oh, God. Okay.
we didn't break that news last week. I'm just kind of like throwing that out there right now.
Are you serious? I texted Eric in the middle of the podcast for him to reveal
talk about it.
Hey,
it's not really appropriate to just stop your guest in the middle of what they're talking about. Like, Ben Affleck is Batman.
Hey, I know you're on the show and that's cool and all.
if you've been living under a rock, everybody should know by now.
Beyonce
all right, can we just get the elephant out of the room and let's just do it?
Hey,
hold on.
Also joining us.
Calm down.
What?
So,
who you calling an elephant?
I said this is going to be an odd show tonight. It's going to be a little shorter than usual. We're going to do segments that we have prepared and all that schniznaz. Talk about the things we normally talk about. First, I want to give a shout out to our boys and girls down at the Anime Blast Chattanooga Convention. That will be in Chattanooga at the Trade and Convention Center, November 8th through the 10th. Go to animeblastchattanooga.com right now. Get your tickets. I think they're $30 a pop, unless you have a group of 6 or more, and then I think you can get them for like $25. So it's a sweet deal, man. Plus you get like 5 friends to hang out with, so it's cool. animeblastchattanooga.com. First up.
Hey, hold up, Corey.
What am I holding for?
Can we just do like a fast round table, like 5 minutes? Just quick.
I did introduce Patrick, Eric.
Oh.
All right.
It was the first one.
What is the point of putting in the chat if you're going to read it out loud? It's supposed to be private.
I just want to get a quick round table and everybody's opinion about Ben Affleck. That's all I want, dude. Just real quick.
Patrick, okay, we're going to keep this organized. Patrick Sykes, what do you think about Batfleck?
Well, I'll confess, when we were doing the podcast last week, and it was about the last 15, 20 minutes, we're all starting to see the news roll in little by little. So by the time it was all over, of course, we're all having to address it now. And I was outraged. I was cussing mad. I was absolutely going nuts. I mean, you know me. I was going crazy. And then after a while, I started cooling off and thinking, look, okay, when Michael Keaton was cast, everybody was going crazy. The fandom was wanting to ban it, boycott it, everything else. And then after he did 2 films, nobody could imagine anyone else doing the part.
For 19 years.
Yep. And so, I mean, it's like, I'm just going to go with it and just see how it comes out. We don't know what the suit looks like. We don't know what the movie's going to be about or what it looks like yet. So, I mean, I'm just going to go with it and just hope for the best and just hope and pray between now and 2015 it's going to be the best DC movie that's ever been made. And I mean, it's Snyder, it's Nolan. and these guys have not failed us yet.
All right. So open-minded. I like it. Eric Williams.
Excuse me. I'm still on the fence. As earlier as they said that the Frank Miller story of The Dark Knight Returns was going to be, I wouldn't say a direct copy of the story, or it's a little bit inspiration from that story. So I'm going to be on the fence because I don't care. Ben Affleck is no Frank Miller's Batman. If that's going to be the inspiration for this new Superman 2, man, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever the title.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence.
Technically, no one is Frank Miller's Batman yet. Except maybe RoboCop. And that was because he was animated. Brian Wallace.
All right. I was obviously mad at first, but I'm mad about two things. One, I'm mad that they pull out of a pool of actors rather than using somebody unknown, really, because I think that would be cooler and darker and maybe, I don't know. It'd just be kind of cool. But then I kind of get it, and I kind of feel like it'll bring more women and more people that know him because they'll be like, oh, I like Ben Affleck. But the thing that I'm worried the most about is, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really a huge Zack Snyder fan anymore. I don't know. I feel like Superman didn't really live up, or Man of Steel didn't really live up to what I was hoping. It was still good, but it's just so much green screen, and it's just Zack Snyder. I feel like you could just like paint somebody in a green screen and have a movie.
Yeah. I think so, on another podcast that someone said it, I can't remember who, or I'd give them attribution, but they said that they made the Superman movie for people today rather than the Superman movie for people who've been Superman fans their whole lives. And that's true. It was just quick and dirty and way over the damn top. Brandon Posey.
You know what, dude just made Argo. And yes, he sucked in Geely, and he sucked in Daredevil, and he sucked in Reindeer Games, but he's made other good movies, and he's been, he's not a bad actor. It's not like those movies are bad because of Ben Affleck. I mean, he just chose a bad movie to be in. I mean, everyone does it. Hell, I mean, I don't know. Look at Rocky V. So, I don't know. I really don't care. I think he's fine. He's going to be great. We're going to be like, oh, cool, Ben Affleck is Batman. Why would we ever think to doubt that choice? I mean, I even think that George Clooney would have been a good Batman if he was, given the right director. So, it just sucked that he had... Yeah, I really do. I mean, he's a really good actor. You just have Joel Schumacher being the director who ruined both those movies with his over-stylized, artistic, comic book-y looking feel to it. And it was more, I mean, it felt like it was more towards children than anything else.
Well,
and
it was
I
one of
understand
those
that.
mandates.
Right.
It had one of those mandates,
Okay.
To be accessible to kids. So
Right. But, just forget it. Talk amongst yourselves.
Corey Keelan, what's your opinion?
When I first read it, I just didn't believe it was true. But Ben Affleck is not a bad actor. I get so fucking sick of people bringing up the Daredevil movie.
Hey,
because
He's so defensive of Daredevil.
I hate the fucking movie. The movie's stupid. Okay, it's a piece of shit.
Whoa,
But-
F-bombs.
Here's the thing,
Family
dude.
show.
Here's the thing. It's not. So, the movie's shit, okay? But he didn't do a bad job as Daredevil. That I could tell. I thought he did a fine job as Daredevil. It was just the rest of the movie that sucked balls around him. So, it doesn't count. Plus, Daredevil and Batman are in two completely different universes. They're two completely different characters driven by completely different shit. So, it really doesn't matter. Like, maybe his grasp on Daredevil wasn't that good. And I heard Kevin Smith say that the reason he even picked to do that movie, or agreed to do it, was because Frank Miller wrote Daredevil for a while, and Ben Affleck is such a big fan of Dark Knight Returns. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know. I'm holding out hope for this movie because, like Brian said, Man of Steel was not a great film. It was not very much in the vein of Superman at all. It was very modern and over violent and just way over the top. I enjoyed watching it, but as a Superman movie, not so good. So really, when they announced the whole Superman Batman thing, I about shit my pants, not with excitement, but with fear. Because I was like, wow, they are jumping the shark really quick. But honestly, I don't think it can get any worse, but I could be wrong. So we'll just have to see come 2015, which that's another issue. They're rushing this thing.
That's one thing that's got me real nervous. More than casting Affleck as Batman, anything else. I just feel like it's being pushed too fast, too hard.
They're trying to catch up to the Avengers.
And that's the thing. They don't need to.
I believe, when is Avengers 2 supposed to come out? Does anybody know?
2015.
Yeah, I guarantee you they're trying to get it where it comes out side by side with the Avengers.
They're trying to compete.
No.
I mean, it's like that's the thing is like, Marvel's got their thing. DC needs to build their own thing and not necessarily worry about what Marvel's doing.
I'm sorry, but putting your movie out the same weekend as Avengers is like the dumbest shit they could possibly do.
Not if you're fanboys.
No, dude.
No, it's still going to be bad.
Everybody who likes comics is going to watch both of them. Everybody's going to watch both of them. Who's going to watch one without the other?
You can capitalize much more on it putting it in a different time of year than Avengers. But we'll see. The shit's going to come out. I mean, I'm not that down on it, to be honest with you, because I think Ben Affleck is a good actor, and I think he could maybe class up the joint a little bit. Plus, like people said before, there's a lot of actors that have been cast in familiar roles that have been looked at and people go, well, that's going to suck. And then it doesn't. It's brilliant. So, this ain't reindeer games, dog.
Can I go on record saying I really hate the term Batfleck that's been coined here recently?
Hashtag Batfleck.
It's right up there with YOLO in my book.
Hashtag Eric hates Batfleck.
Hey, hashtag ass, okay?
Hashtag Eric likes ass.
Okay.
And bless you.
Hashtag sneeze.
Thank you. I tried to mute before I sneezed, but I could not hold it. All right, so we got to move on. Is everybody happy with the Ben Affleck conversation?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Does anybody have anything else they want to say about Ben Affleck or Batfleck or Daredevil or reindeer games?
Something in the news, but that's it. So
Cool. BG News. Somebody say some news.
Do you not have your soundboard today?
No.
Oh, that sucks.
Hold on, here it is. VG News.
It's terrible.
Welcome to VG News for all things cool and the stuff you care about. The first thing I noticed that I think...
This episode of Vitamin Geek is brought to you by Valium again.
Yeah, guys. First thing I noticed was, what's today? Today is, what is it, August 28th? Which is
Yes, sir.
the 20-year anniversary of what, Eric Williams?
I'm sorry, what?
What is today the 20th anniversary of?
Something to do with colorful Rangers?
Yeah, the Power Rangers. And for $200, can you name what the first episode was called?
That I cannot.
Power Rangers.
Anybody? I still remember it. Day of the Dumpster.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
Are you
But
including when it came to the U.S.?
Yeah, just the U.S. That's
Okay.
all I'm talking about. So that happened 20 years ago today. So cool fact for you guys. As I was sitting here reading news articles, I saw one pop up just fresh off the press.
Hey, hold on.
What?
What about 50 years ago today? Anybody?
Power Rangers in Japan.
Obviously,
It's not a
something
geek
supposed
thing.
to trump Power Rangers.
I have a dream.
It's not geeky. It's not geeky at all.
Was this when MLK died?
Yeah. Well, is it today the day he died or the day he gave his speech?
Today's the day he gave his speech.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. That's significant.
What was it?
Martin Luther King gave his speech today 50 years ago.
Oh.
Vitamin Geek, your source for all history and related.
Eat a dick.
No, dude, history's a geek thing.
Hey, that's
Thank
cool.
you, Brandon Posey.
Hey, I got nothing to say bad about that. So, on with the Power Rangers. I saw fresh off the press about 10 minutes ago, they put up an article saying that there's a scoop about how there's a rumored Green Ranger movie coming out.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, you see that? And it says,
I would see that movie.
Oh, yeah, and it says apparently Jason David Frank's in talks with, what's that company, Namco, or what is it?
Bandai?
Yeah, Bandai and Saban, and trying to... He wants them to make it a PG-13 Green Ranger movie, and he feels like there's enough story there that they could make it interesting, and it could be like their own take on like Wolverine, because he's apparently a big Wolverine fan. And I'm kind of curious of what he'd look like now that he's all buff in that Green Ranger costume. But apparently this is... What's that?
He would look awesome.
Yeah.
No homo.
But he apparently said it's just a matter of Saban stepping behind it, and they're actually considering it, so that's pretty cool.
Is nobody gonna follow that up with a joke?
I didn't hear it.
Man, I'd step behind that.
The other fresh article I saw is that they're trying to fill the role for Luke and Leia's kids, and the girl that they're casting rumored for Leia's kid, Rachel Hurdwood, is so freaking hot. If anybody hasn't seen her, geez, that'd be a good movie. And then the
what movie is this?
Star Wars 7.
What movie?
Star Wars.
The girl.
Star Wars.
What girl?
The girl is Rachel Hurdwood. She's best known as Wendy from 2003's Peter Pan.
Okay.
Man, I remember that movie like not at all.
I don't know, but
I haven't watched that in a long time.
The kid from I Am Number 4 is rumored to play Luke's son.
It was terrible.
Well, that ain't terrible.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. So, I wouldn't hate that.
What about Justin Bieber?
But yeah.
Dude,
is he gonna be?
We're not that lucky.
Chewbacca?
Obviously, you guys know that Nintendo announced today a 2DS. I mean, who gives a crap? But I just thought I'd bring it up.
That's the stuff, man. I'm waiting for the 1DS.
And then the Nintendo director. Did anybody see that speech that the Nintendo director gave today? About how he was talking about, he said, he's not worried about the console release this fall. He said, it's all about the games. The competitive systems have announced their launch lineups, and I'm allowed to say, meh. I look at our lineup and titles, and I feel good about it. We got Zelda, we got Mario, we got Donkey Kong, in addition to great titles like Pikmin 3 and Wonderful 101. He goes, I feel just fine about our lineup, and I feel very good about the value proposition we're putting out there for the consumer.
Wait, so 2DS, does that mean it has 4 screens?
No,
it doesn't like fold in half. Like how
That's
the DS
an odd design choice.
Yeah, you know how DS like folds in half? This is like one big giant block.
Looks like a Game Gear.
Yeah.
That's a dumbass idea.
Hey, just to defend Nintendo a little bit, I try to put some articles about this on our social media earlier in the week, but recently, has everybody's seen the game or tried to play it, Skyrim? For example, open world sandbox games. Nintendo's wanting to do that to a lot of their titles. Like, imagine Zelda as a giant open world sandbox game, similar to Skyrim. So they're actually working on stuff like that, and for Mario too, which could be really cool if they actually do it right.
I could save them.
Save them from what, dude?
They're not doing well. I mean,
Nintendo?
Yeah.
Nah, dude. I don't know where you got your numbers. Nintendo still holds a pretty significant market share.
I don't understand this 2DS stuff, man. Imagine a standard 3DS laid all the way flat with the depth slider all the way down. Everything else there is in the system. I'm like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem that different. And then Nintendo all confident about their game lineup. It's like, how many times can you freaking remake Mario or Mario Tennis or golf or...
Here's the thing, though. Every time they put out a Mario game, that shit sells like crazy.
Every time?
$60 a pop. Every time. Yeah,
You think
well,
Mario
not if it's
Galaxy
up
2 did good?
Yeah.
Nostalgia is a big helper when it comes to those titles.
Well, Nintendo has proven that their first party stuff is really quality.
Yeah, so would you buy one?
So your Metroid games, your Zelda games, those always sell well. Mario, would I buy one?
Yeah.
No.
So what's your point?
My point is my purchase of this shit doesn't matter. Your purchase doesn't matter either.
It's
The world
children.
is purchasing this shit.
Kids, yeah.
You go look at how many units these things are selling, and they're selling like hotcakes.
Your message of the day for Vitamin Geek. You don't matter.
Individually, no. You are not a beautiful and unique
I'm just
snowflake.
saying, like, if you're at
You are not your fucking khakis.
if you're a 12-year-old kid at
I
the
almost
mall, okay, say you're a 12-year-old kid, you're at GameStop, and you see the 3DS, it's $169.99. Then you see the 2DS for $199, which is more money. Why the crap would you not just get the 3DS and slide the 3D slider all the way down? I don't understand. I mean, is there something you know, Posey, about it that I'm not getting?
No, I just saw a picture of it, and I don't... Blech. I'm not a handheld gamer, so I don't...
Yeah, I don't know. But I figured I would bring it up because it's gaming and it's geeky. The very last article I'll bring up, just because I want to do it in the voice, is they got all these stupid Ben Affleck reactions from celebrities, and I'm not going to bore everybody and be like, oh, Matt Damon thinks it's a good idea. Of course he does. But there's tons of out there that I was reading that think it's a good idea. I don't care. What I thought was funny is that when they talked to Morgan Freeman, it wasn't just like, oh, he'll do great. He said when they asked him about it, here we go. He goes, this is the first time hearing I can't do it. He goes, my reactions are wow and good luck. And then they asked him about how he felt about him stepping into Christian Bale's role soon after The Dark Knight Rises. He added, after the trilogy, I thought no one would try it again for a few years more to let this whole thing die down. But it's still there, so I don't know. I hope he does well. And
You sound like Bane.
yeah, I know, that's what I was thinking. They asked him
me till I fucked Morgan Freeman.
they asked him if he'd reprise his role as Lucius Fox if they asked him, and if he said I'm just going to read it. If the new movie does have a Lucius, he doesn't think he's going to be him because it doesn't seem like the characters would mix in those movies, and he was part of the other story. So, at least not... I mean, I'm not against Ben Affleck. I just like reading, because obviously celebrities are going to be like, he'll do fine, give him a chance. So it was nice to just finally read something different for once. But that's all I got, man. Pass it off to whoever.
Any more news stories, guys?
I got a couple.
Hold on real quick. Did anybody hear about the two guys with their brains connected?
No.
Like, apparently they wired up some electrodes and, like... or maybe it wasn't two guys with their brains connected. Maybe one guy just controlled the other guy over the internet.
What?
With his brain. No, I'm shit you not. I'll find the article. Patrick, go ahead.
Okay. Just real quick, in regards to Superman versus Batman... Apparently, William Shatner recently tweeted his support for Ben Affleck's casting, but at the same time, he threw his hat into the ring to possibly get a part. And his tweet was, at Ben Affleck, congratulations. If you need an Alfred, let me know.
Oh, man, that'd be sweet.
So I'm just like, oh, my God. You can't be Batman. But
the Batmobile is ready.
but it's a little...
I'm not Posey.
It's cool.
Yeah.
And a little video game news on the Xbox One. Microsoft unveiled a special white silver limited edition.
Oh, I want it so bad.
But this box, however, is only being given out to Microsoft staff members and will not go on sale. But the release date
one of them sells one.
Yeah, on eBay. And but the Xbox One has now officially got a release date of November 8th.
Sweet.
So they're trying to beat out the PS4 by like a week.
Mm-hmm. And
Halo 4 anyway now.
in Halo 4 news, Microsoft confirmed that Halo 4 will receive a Game of the Year edition. Said edition is expected to retail for $50. Includes Spartan Ops Season 1, War Games Map Pass, the Halo 4 Champions Bundle, and all of the pre-order and LCE exclusive content. And that's all I got.
All right, I got it here. Thank you, Patrick. Okay, so this is from NewYorkTimes.com. Researchers at the University of Washington have successfully connected two human brains over the internet. An experiment called direct brain-to-brain communication in humans. Wow, it's a really good name. Really catchy, rolls off the tongue. The scientists involved in the research were able to send a brain signal through the internet to control the way another researcher seated in a separate area of the university campus moved his hand. Two researchers involved in the project included... I'll skip it. Yeah, so basically, two dudes with their brains all wired up with electrodes and shit to some computers, and they controlled each other's movements. So is that some crazy or what?
Freaky!
It's a little geeky. These dudes look geeky. Anyway, it's a little scary, I think.
A little.
Just a little. Brian's scared. He fucking went away. All right, cool. So we're going to move on. Up next, I think we're going to talk about some TV shows. This is our new segment where we discuss whatever is hot on television currently and whatever we're watching. Kind of share our opinions of the shows with you guys, see what you think. So, okay, Posey, you did not watch Heroes of Cosplay. Did you watch?
I have not watched that or Mask or whatever. Face Off.
Face Off. Neither one of them. Okay.
Unfortunately, I only wanted to. If the show was on Thursday, I would have obviously have seen them by then. I know it's Dragon Con weekend, so this week it's a little off. Next week we'll be right on key again.
We will be on key.
Or on point or whatever.
So do you want us to avoid spoilers? Or
No, go for it. Go for it. I don't care.
Let's let Eric go first. Talk about Heroes of Cosplay, please.
What are we talking about? Which one?
Heroes of Cosplay.
Started watching it, and majority of the show, I kept saying to myself, I can't believe I'm still watching this. I almost had to force myself to finish this episode. I believe I'm over it. But the one thing I noticed about this episode, I don't know if it's because of the big drama that came out with last week's episode with the... we're not going to go back into that. But it just seems like this episode was more focused on cosplay building. Cosplayers like kind of team together. Hey, it's kind of like, it's not just one person. How they're... I mean, it seemed overall probably the best episode of so far. There wasn't a lot of forced drama. But... I believe I'm done with it, dude. I believe that's part of me last week. I see it. It was really tough to watch the entire episode.
I did think it was a little more entertaining than the first two. Did it not feel like the drama between the two chicks was just completely bullshit, like completely unnecessary?
Yeah, that part was the one bit like the kind of like force the drama in there, but it's like the one where the guy is what's the girl who's doing the Wreck-It Ralph character? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the blonde. I just know her Twitter handle is like Actress or something.
Anyway, they tried to make the car that the character in Wreck-It Ralph drives, a little candy race car. They tried to make the exact prop, and apparently he got damaged by TSA when they went through the box or whatever. Anyway, when you saw that one dude actually, come to tears and kind of break down a little bit, it's like, I mean, I've seen that stuff happens, and it was kind of nice. And it's like, okay, they didn't really emphasize. They could have stressed that out a bit more, but it's like, okay, it sucks, and they went on somebody else. But you could tell what was you could see kind of it was a little scripted, and some stuff they was just trying to keep the show entertaining.
He's like, where the fuck is my scoop?
I will say that buying an action figure of Yaya Han is a little creepy, but okay.
Dude, I'm pre-ordering. Patrick, when can we get that in previews?
I'll let you know as soon as I see it.
Excellent.
As long as that you can change the
outfits.
Yeah, anybody hear that?
What?
Did anybody understand what he just said?
You can change the outfits.
Change the outfits. Brian, did you watch the show? Brian, did you lose Wi-Fi?
I'm trying to get my internet fixed. I watched some of it, and I can see why you guys hate it now. So
I don't hate it. I mean, I still want to watch
it. Just seems like
it's not good.
Staged.
It's not a good show.
A lot of it staged.
Hell yeah, it's staged. There's no way that all that shit's real. There's no way. Like, no. There's no possibility. Unless these people are all just like the biggest assholes that you'll ever meet at a convention. Because they're all like, man, fuck fat people. And, I'm just trying to get that money. Which I pointed this out to Susan when we were watching the show. These two chicks are flying from California to Florida to win $1,000. Round trip airfare between those two states has got to cost more than $1,000 for two people.
Dude, I played Dead Rising for like 6 hours straight just for an achievement, and I didn't get any money.
I agree.
You didn't have to spend any money to get the achievement, though.
Yeah, true.
You don't spend okay. I mean, you do spend money to make money, but you don't often put together a costume that costs you $1,000 and then fly, which costs you $500 or $600 to win $1,000.
You don't even break even.
Exactly. It's just
pointless.
Stupid. Unless you just like shit money.
I don't care for spoilers, but like dude who was trying to make the steampunk stormtrooper outfit last week, did he get anywhere this week, or is he totally dead in the water?
He wasn't on the show this week.
Thank God.
I'm glad they chose to emphasize on a different set of people, not just the same people each week. Because I think I was really getting tired of them specifically.
I was tired of him.
Podcast fucking hate steampunk.
No, I was just tired of him, man, because it's like, I want to be a prop maker for a living. I want to be able to make props and quit my day job. Well, maybe if you can actually...
And he complains when he doesn't get picked.
Yeah, and like if you can make something worthwhile that actually really astounds them and do it right and on time, I mean, maybe they'll actually consider you. I mean, it's like, quit whining and do something creative.
Yeah, and what's up with Riddle hating fat people? She's married to a fat dude.
Yeah.
I will admit, I really liked her spin on the Rocketeer. I know exactly what artwork she's talking about. And that was really cool what they did. The Betty Page.
It's from one of the comics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looked good. It looked like the comic.
The whole scene where they made a
cool.
crack on the rocket pack or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
like that was a little ridiculous. It's like you did it wrong. It's like, well, I know I did it wrong. It's like, I know you did it wrong. It was like almost a 10-minute of them just complaining over this damn crack. And it's like, really? Move on.
Would have been
Sorry, we gotta go to commercial. Oh wait, we're back, and there's still a crack.
Yeah.
Heroes of Cosplay.
I've been funny is they actually stuck some chewing gum on the crack.
I thought her costume was killer though. I thought that one girl should have won something. Holly, the Galaxy Quest.
Yeah. But like what's her name's husband, man? That's specific character from a specific movie. I mean, you gotta be a diehard fan to really know what that is right off the bat.
Yeah, otherwise you'd be like, what's this like shitty Star Trek thing you put together? It's wrong. So that was Heroes of Cosplay in a nutshell. It wasn't very good.
Oops.
Maybe someday it'll be good.
Let's just stop talking about it. Because
Stop talking
there's
about it for
there's a
today.
better show that we could talk about.
Yes, sir. And what is the name of that show?
Everybody together.
One Tree Hill. All right, cool. So One Tree Hill, guys. What do you guys think of season 4?
Not Face Off.
Remember that? Season 4, One Tree Hill?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Face Off, guys.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Face Off, Brian?
I was kind of not surprised about the double elimination because I just knew. Can I say who went or not?
I don't care.
Okay. Because I just knew that Asian girl with the spray painting was going to go. I just knew it.
Thank you.
But she did,
No.
Patrick.
She didn't.
She didn't go.
She didn't go. Double elimination. She stayed. Yeah.
None of us were right last week.
No, me and Patrick were half right.
Really?
Okay, some of us were half right, which is still not right.
Me and Patrick said Eric, didn't we?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, we mentioned Eric, so he went.
Dude, I just feel so bad for Eric because he's always sucking and, like, he seems so nice.
I think he just crumbles under the pressure.
Yeah.
I think that's all it is he's good at what he's doing. Obviously, he won the right to come back. But it's like, I think when he gets in there, I think it's, he just cracks. And that time constraint that they've got is unbelievable. I mean, I'm always astounded with what, anything they can pull out.
I love how RJ dressed like Chef Ramsay every time he's in there working.
So they had double elimination, and it was a team challenge. They got to pick their own teammates. And I said to Susan, I was like, hey, do you think they're going to kick off the two people on the losing team? Or do you think they're going to kick off one from each team? And they never say that, which way they're going to do it. So then it gets down to the end. There's two teams that are on the bottom. And one team is both vets, Laura and...
yeah, Laura was on the bottom.
No way.
Yeah, she did shitty.
Oh.
So the other team is Eric and Nashville guy. And guess what? Eric and Nashville guy gone.
Nashville guy.
His name was Rick.
Rick.
So for the record, I said Nashville guy was going to leave. So I was half right too, or half
we got a bunch
wrong.
of half right people.
Rick is in the one who does a lot of all the animatronics and stuff.
Yeah, that guy, the bald guy.
So two vets went out this week. Dang.
Well, is he a vet? No, he's the new.
He's not a vet.
Oh, he's not a vet.
Nashville was a rookie.
Oh well.
I think you're getting confused with Roy.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Roy's got the cowboy hat. He was safe. He won the foundation challenge.
Oh, good.
He was very safe. Yeah, dude. Okay, and let's talk about that foundation challenge. That was sweet,
dude. Almost every one of their things was great. I went back on my DVR and paused it on each one because I felt like they were all really good.
But they didn't meet the challenge criteria, which was make a man look like a female demon.
Yeah, I didn't really like Alana's.
They all looked male except for like 3 of them.
You see Alana's, how she made herself or whatever?
Hers was stupid.
Yeah.
The best one was the vacuum formed mannequin face over the guy.
Yeah, that was Roy, dude. He kicked ass. That's why he won.
Yeah.
That was killer. I mean, it looked like a chick.
There's one thing I don't understand when towards the end, before they do like the judging, why is it like 6 of them's like, okay, you guys are good, you go to the back. Then we're going to focus on these. What's the deal with that? Am I missing something?
What do you?
It's just their format.
Because they leave the top and bottom out there.
Yeah, before they go out there and judge all of them, it's like you don't even see all of them.
Well, the front, the foundation challenge.
Yeah,
they don't have enough time.
They just show the best and worst.
Yeah, it's just their format,
Yeah.
That's the most interesting. Middle of the road isn't interesting.
Just like, I was thinking about that, and it's just a guess. I mean, you guys might know, but I always feel like when the Westmore guy comes out there and talks to him, I bet you he talks to each team like 20 minutes or so each. I bet you it's not like one thing.
I would think so.
He comes out, he goes, man, those ridges suck. I'm moving on.
Next.
Next.
You're going home this week.
You might want to use a little more red. Oh, next. Because they talk about how they're like, we always get so much advice. He's so helpful, and he shows us what to do. And I'm like, no, he told you one thing. And then I'm like, oh, it's TV. I'm an idiot.
The way you're describing it, it's just some French man standing there smoking a cigarette. It's like, this is shit. Next. This is shit. It's good. This shit.
Dude, let's have a face-off season in France with there's just shit smoking.
Yeah,
it's so stink. It's
like,
in my face.
I know this is like so stupid of an example, but the reason I always think it's like so much longer than what we see, obviously it's edited, but like my mom had a friend that saw like Dr. Phil one time, and one of the episodes was like 3 hours long, and then they cut it down to an hour for TV. So that just makes you wonder how much face-off we're missing.
It's actually. I talked to RJ at Phantom Fest, and he was explaining. Said they have a lot more time than you think they do, and like last looks, where they go out there judging stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So lost a lot of stuff. The majority of the stuff they complete in last looks. So
Yeah, that last looks like it would just be absolutely brutal. It's like, don't even bother to have a snack or eat anything before you go do this stuff.
Or pee. You can't pee or anything.
No. Yeah. I mean, it's like you kind of wonder if when you ever see them fidget when they're all lined up, back there on the sidewall. I mean, they got to be like, oh, got to go to the bathroom. Damn, would you hurry up? I mean, just want that to come out just one time, just somebody say that. We're like, I just really had to go.
That's like the reason that he was saying. The reason it's so quick, so it seemed to him a lot of time because they cut out the boring parts. And by the boring parts, I mean the paint drying, the molds curing, and stuff like that. It's like you're just gonna see me stand there doodling. It's like so.
Dude, I would love to see Corey like make something and then stand there on the side while they like poke at his mask and stuff. He would like have a heart attack.
I'd be like, get your fucking hands off it. Ugh. Glenn?
God, Crutchmore.
Summoning my inner Crutchmore.
I swear.
And
anyway, I don't remember in the first season. I don't remember anybody everybody worked on shit in Last Looks, but I don't ever remember like the first season people having to do entire paint jobs in Last Looks, and that's been happening for the past 3 seasons.
Yeah, that's true.
They're only supposed to fine tune it in Last Looks. That's like the fine tuning bit, if I'm not mistaken. They're really not supposed to wait that late to paint.
And then Patrick, the preview for next week is they make an original sea creature. So
it's a subterranean creature.
Cool. Yeah.
Who did the pumpkin eater?
Tate and Miranda.
Did y'all notice the creepy hug during the little dragon thing? It's like every time you did great. Oh, hug. Miranda did this. Oh, hug. It's like wow, dude. How many times? Why don't you just grope her than live television?
There's gonna be like some drama on Face Off. Yeah, because you saw how quick they picked each other for partners, and he was like, "Oh, I get Miranda. We already share a bed."
Crap.
Next time on Face Off, Tate's wife comes in. Where's that bitch at?
Dum dum dum.
Bitch be awkward hugging my man. All right. Cool. Face Off was good. All right. Up next, Patrick's previews.
What's up, guys? Just got a few things for you this week. Let's see here. For all you Kotobukiya fans and Star Wars alike, they're releasing a set of 3 Sand Troopers from Star Wars, and it's available January.
That's Pee Wee Herman.
Oh my god!
Oh shit! I was thinking sand people or whatever.
Sandworms.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Total Recall.
But Scout Troopers are the best.
Yeah. Sandworms. You hate them, right? But they got that coming out. You've got a really awesome, and I'm not a fan, but I could be a fan after this, the Black Adam statue coming out. It's the new 52 version, and that'll be out. That'll be $50 available January. And skipping all the way over, we're going all the way to DVDs. For all you Dragon Ball Z fans, this is your big box set, Dragon Ball Z Rock the Dragon Collector's Edition.
Rock the Dragon.
Yeah. 9 discs containing the first 53 episodes of the #1 anime brand of all time, along with the first 3 movie releases, Dead Zone, The World's Strongest, and Tree of Might. And that's going to be around 11 hours, and featuring the original Canadian voice cast and a 48-page showcase Dragon Ball Z history. So you got something good for you Dragon Ball Z fans. And, of course, Corey's going to love this. And, people, if you've been living under a rock for the last couple months, you've got Friday the 13th, the complete collection coming out on September 13th, Friday the 13th. And, yeah, you got that right. And you got this. This is all the movies in Blu-ray from Friday the 13th up all the way up to the remake in 2009. It's a great looking set. I would say, Corey, we're probably going to try and do some kind of a video review, if possible, on the merchandise.
Absolutely.
For that, and for all you guys, hey, Romero fans, Day of the Dead, the original 1985 Day of the Dead, coming to Blu-ray.
In 3D.
Yeah. You've got to love
Is it really?
Yeah. You gotta love Shout Factory, man, because they have really picked up where Anchor Bay left off. They're putting out really awesome stuff, and you're gonna have that one coming out. Let's see if there's a release date on that. They got me released, not just yet, but I'll see if I can find one for you. Lots of horror stuff coming to Blu-ray. You've got, if you're a fan of Scanners and you love cheesy sequels, Scanners 2 and 3 coming to Blu-ray via Shout Factory. You'll have both of those double feature on Blu-ray, along with John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness and Psychos 2 and 3 coming to Blu-ray. If you're a Universal Classic Monsters horror fan, these are all, I believe this came out last year, but they're re-releasing it again, of all of the classic monsters. And it's called the Essential Collection, showcasing 8 films: Dracula, Frankenstein, The Mummy, The Invisible Man, Bride of Frankenstein, The Wolfman, Phantom of the Opera, and Creature from the Black Lagoon. So you'll have 12 hours of bonus features, and all the films are coming from original high-def resolution elements. They've been digitally restored. This set here in the book is $149.98, but I'm sure, and this is all going to be Blu-ray. So, and I'm sure you could probably get it on Amazon for much cheaper. If you're a huge Bela Lugosi fan, White Zombie is coming to Blu-ray.
Good movie.
And that'll be about $25. I'm sure, of course, Amazon will have it cheaper. And for Brian, you got Arrow, the complete first season. It's coming to Blu-ray and DVD.
Give me the place that has the best collector's edition, and I'm buying it.
So far,
freebies.
So far, you're getting a combo pack. It'll be Blu-ray, DVD, Ultraviolet.
Oh man!
So that'll be your big one.
Best Buy is gonna have some cool exclusive or something.
If I find out, I'll let you know, man.
Yeah, man.
And for Williams, you got Doctor Who. This would be the John Pertwee years from 70 to 74, and it's the Green Death Special Edition, as well as Spearhead from Space.
Cool.
So these will be coming out soon. And I just found out something. Let me just get to that page real quick. On if you guys have never heard of it, it's called TVShowsOnDVD.com. It is the best website if you're looking for TV shows coming out on DVD, Blu-ray, or standard DVD. These guys are awesome. They even get the lowdown on things that are coming out soon or are rumored to come out. For Williams, Doctor Who DVD for the Cybermen's first episode and the first Doctor's last story, number 29, The 10th Planet. Multi-DVD set will materialize in stores late this year. It'll be November 19th. Digitally remastered picture, sound quality, 4-part story, and it's the very first Cybermen story, which actually I wouldn't mind getting to see. You'll get an audio commentary, feature called Frozen Out, Episode 4 VHS Reconstruction, Photo Gallery, William Hartnell interview, Doctor Who stories, Golden Age, and lots of other special features coming with this. So I know Williams will be picking this one up for sure. And all you Doctor Who fans, that's going to be a nice little gem in your cap there. But until next week, we will have a new previews. And as always, guys, if there is anything that you want me to cover or keep up with, if there's anything you feel like I'm missing or looking over on previews, go to our webpage, go to our Facebook page, tweet us, do whatever. Get in contact with us, and I will help you find it, or I will follow it much better.
The thing I was interested in, Patrick, if you get a chance, is I heard that they were coming out with a Walking Dead Andrea figure for the show.
Yeah.
And if you could find out if that's true, because I was interested in picking that up. I heard that it was rumored that it was going to come out.
I heard they were coming out with the comic book version of Andrea figure.
Oh, yeah? Maybe that's what I read. I want the... I was collecting some of the show ones. Yeah, I heard that they had the show one, but the comic one would be cool, too.
That would be
so whatever
cool.
you find out, man, let me know.
Just get them all, dude.
Yeah, just get them all.
Patrick, I honestly think you're doing a really good job keeping up with all this cool shit. And if we only had infinite amounts of cash at our disposal, we would be buying it all.
Also,
but thank you, Patrick, as always.
Yeah,
up next, we got another way you can spend your money, folks. Folks. Okay, so I always say folks. I'm trying to stop saying it like that. I say folks. Anyway, dudes, here's another way you can spend your money and help out aspiring business people and entrepreneurs at the same time. Brandon Posey is going to tell you all about the Vitamin Geek Kickstarter of the week.
Yo, what boy? Okay, so this week I didn't go with the routine game or comic book or whatever. I went with like a tech type thing. This is actually pretty cool. It's a US 3 drive. It's a waterproof, a USB device, and a stylus and a smartphone stand all in one. It's very small, obviously the size of most of the USB drives. And right now, looks like there's still early bird. I want to say, hold on, let me just go ahead and check. Yes, still early bird. You can get in there and get you one 8 gigabyte for $15. If you don't want the USB part of it and you just want the combination, smartphone stand and stylus, it's only $10, but no one's bought that because that's kind of ridiculous. If you can get in with the $15, that's great. They got 92 left to 400. If not, you can get it for $20, or you can go higher, and they have 16 gig for $30. $45 gets you a 32 gig, and $75 gets you a 64 gig. And all these are kind of cool looking. They very small design, like I said, and great if you just kind of want something. It's kind of an all-in-one device. So again, that's the US 3 drive. We'll have a link up on our website or up on Facebook, and we'll also have it up on our webpage, which hopefully one day we'll let you guys look at.
Thanks, Posey. Yeah, this thing looks pretty cool, man. And that's really not bad for a 64 gig flash drive, especially since it's waterproof.
Yeah, well, and, the 50, you get it for $20 for 8. That's not really terribly bad, especially since it's a Kickstarter, and so, they're going to be a little bit higher price for stuff that you would normally pay for because it's a Kickstarter. But they're about $8,000 from their goal. They got 17 days to go. I think they're going to do it, but you really want to get in on this. It's kind of a cool thing. So, and it's one of the cheaper tech things they have on Kickstarter, because most of them are $100 plus because they're new and you're getting it on the ground floor. So.
There you go, guys. Thanks, Posey. That thing will store your stuff and hold your phone. And you can even throw it in a bathtub if you want to for shits and giggles. Eric Williams, I believe, is going to give you guys a little bit of the lowdown on some kind of film. And one can only guess what that could be in the VG vault.
No sound effect.
Excuse you.
Dying owl.
So, I don't have a film this week. Something better. I'm sure you heard us talk numerous times about the upcoming event this weekend, which is known as Dragon Con. If you've never been or you're curious what it is, you can go to YouTube and there's countless videos. But really, there is one thing that was done in the early, I want to say 2005. I could be wrong, but it's a short documentary. Well, it's not really short, about an hour long. It's called 4 Days at Dragon Con. It's done by the PBA, which is Public Broadcasting Atlanta. Pretty much the documentary consists. It's about if every day, every year Labor Day weekend, tens of thousands of fans descend upon Atlanta for basically what is the largest pop culture fandom in the Southeast. I mean, Comic-Con's West Coast. This is basically Comic-Con on the East Coast, if you want to look at it that way.
Is it bigger than MegaCon?
Yeah, it's grown bigger.
MegaCon's like 50,000 people. How many people was Dragon Con last year?
Last year was a little over 57.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's like it's almost 60,000 people.
Yeah, every year it gets bigger and bigger.
It's like the South's equivalent to San Diego Comic Con.
Well, San Diego is like twice as many people.
Yeah, but I mean, like down here, that's as close as you'll get.
I mean, it's slowly probably the biggest on the East Coast entirely. I mean, I've never been to New York Comic Con, but I don't think it's as big as San Diego. But if you'd like to get a sense of what goes on, 4 days at Dragon Con explores the Woodstock for nerds known as Dragon Con. What draws, at the time when this was filmed, it was just over 35,000 people. It shows you Dragon Con's inclusive, multi-genre, multi-platform approach, combining science fiction, fantasy, literature, role-playing, science, history, video games, and more. And gives attendees the opportunity to meet like-minded individuals, others, and especially costume designers and creators. It has many interviews with fans, staff, performers, artists, and some celebrities. Where is that? Somebody say something?
Mic check. Ha 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 ha.
Sorry, I'm being asked a question off mic here. So, really, this documentary, it captures the heart and soul of this quirky little fascinating annual event, and also it has footage of the Dragon Con parade, which has grown quite the spectacle. And if you listen to this before this Saturday, if you don't want to go to the convention, that's cool. If you are near the downtown Atlanta area, the parade is free, man. Come check this stuff out. I mean, this is a parade. When you think of the parade, the Macy's Day Parade, just picture that. Only it's nothing but geeky stuff, minus giant ass floats.
And it has its own T-shirt.
Yeah,
you guys can get a Dragon Con parade T-shirt and see the parade for free. Well, the shirt's not free, I'm sure, but the parade is.
Yeah, the parade is free. And the cool thing with this documentary is they showed the story and climax that was centered around this, at the time, this really ambitious attempt to break the world record for dancing Michael Jackson's Thriller, which they actually did break. They broke the Guinness World Record for how many people you can have doing the Thriller dance. Recently, I think last year, I might be wrong, maybe the year before us, they're supposed to have done a part 2 to this, which I haven't seen yet. So yeah, if you're curious, just go to publicbroadcastingatlanta.com, or better yet, go to APT, which is American Public Television.com. You can find it on there. You can also find it on YouTube, obviously. And sit down for about 45 minutes to an hour and check out this crazy event known as Dragon Con.
Cool. Thanks, Eric. And Eric and I will be there this weekend, so we will be geeking it up and talking to people and getting some audio for you guys and lots of pictures and goodies, and maybe even some video for the YouTube channel, which, guys, if you want to check that out, it is youtube.com/VitaminGeekTV. From now on, we'll have all our episodes posted up there with little slideshows and whatnot, just some eye candy for you. And we'll also do video interviews and stuff about our travels and gaming and such. And so yeah, subscribe to Vitamin Geek TV. It's youtube.com/Vitamin Geek TV. Up next, we don't have any listener interactions, I'm pretty sure.
Nope.
Because we are throwing monkeys in the wrench by having shit on Wednesday. But that's what you got to do. So says the dragon. So I guess we'll do What's Up With You. So Patrick Sykes, aside from Heroes of Cosplay and Face Off, what's up with you?
Just been playing a bit of Halo 4 Anniversary Edition, just about every night for about an hour, whenever I can squeeze it in. Really enjoying the game. If I hadn't already mentioned this before, it just hadn't really had a chance to really play any up-to-date games or gaming for a long time. So thanks to our good man Corey here, who sold me his Anniversary Edition of Halo plus several other games. Just catching up on that, and of course geeking it up with comic books. Just went by B&M Amusement today. Got the latest previews. Green Hornet, Batman 1966, several other titles. Going to get caught up on while you guys are down at the Dragon Con.
Yeah, man. Not me though.
just trying to stay caught up.
Cool, man. Sounds good. Oh, how is Buddy, by the way?
Oh, he's awesome. Awesome as always.
Anything exciting and new in the shop today? Other than what you picked up, of course.
Not offhand, but I'm going to really try to work with Buddy here in the next couple weeks and see if there's anything we can do to maybe help generate some more buzz for his store. See if there's anything he's willing to part with. He does have a lot of merchandise, in those markdown bins and things like that. So maybe it can be like little giveaways or something we could do, or just some way to, kind of shake hands on our show versus his shop. So
yeah, Tyler still works there, right?
Oh yeah, man, Tyler's there. He's there all the time. I ran into him today. He's really cool.
Yeah, dude.
They actually adopted a little boy.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
He's got my Superman arcade machine.
Groovy.
On the subject of comic books and Brian Wallace, Brian, do you even buy/read comics anymore?
Okay. I read Batman. Oh, go ahead and say it, Corey. Go ahead and say it.
Say what?
The what's up with you?
Okay. What's Brian Wallace? What's up with you?
What's up with you? Okay. I read.
I'm Asian now.
I read Batman like religiously when the new 52 came out. I read Detective and self-titled Batman, and then I dropped Detective and just stuck with self-titled because of Scott Snyder, And I was really loving the Core of the Owl story. Loved everything. Then when they brought the Joker back, that was cool. But then I'm not even going to spoil it. I know that nobody's like reading it right now, but you might. They get to this huge Joker climax. They're talking about how it's going to be one of the biggest reveals in comic book history and blah, blah, blah. If you want to read it, Google it. And it was just like so disappointing, and they didn't really tell you anything. And it would just like it started all over. And I know that story's never truly going to end. It was just like I felt like I was almost wasting my time. I still read Revival. I still read Thief of Thieves every once in a while, but I'm not really loving it as much anymore. And then I'm not really loving Walking Dead, but I am looking forward to that countdown where they're supposedly going to do something big with Negan, get rid of him and all that, because apparently they're losing sales too. I mean, they're still kicking butt compared to most comics, but apparently a lot of fans are sick of Negan and this whole story too. So that's pretty much what I read, like Image and DC, I guess. I did read X-Men, Wolverine and the X-Men for a while. I thought it was pretty good, but it's so confusing. I'm going to need Posey to write me out like a flow chart of how everybody's connected, because I just don't understand anymore. Other than that, man, just watching Face Off, and I'm almost got Defiance all the way caught up. I was getting sick of it at the beginning, but now I think I'm kind of getting hooked, so I'm digging it. It's low special effects, but the story's kind of cool. I thought it was kind of over the top at first, but it's pretty good. I like it.
Cool, man.
So.
Yeah, issue 115, 12 covers.
God,
that's insane.
They all interlock to make one big picture.
Better be Carl's head on a plate, man.
I doubt it. It's probably just some giant mural. I put my subscription down to one cover.
Yeah,
that's stupid.
That's so stupid.
That's just like what Marvel used to do back in the early 90s, charging you $6 a book.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another thing about comics these days is you really they're really starting to upcharge on stuff and then put all these multiple covers out. It seems like just a waste. It's like it really wants you to just get the trade and not get an individual issue.
And then they aren't worth shit. Yeah. Anymore.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I think fans of Walking Dead though are starting to kind of catch on that they're just dragging ass.
Yeah, he didn't know what he's doing with it, man. It's
just how can I expand this story?
He's gonna have to. They're gonna have to run into the president or find something big. There's just gonna have to be something.
I was just kind of like when Spawn was so huge, and then when he got to issue 100, that honestly should have just been the end because he faces off with Malbolgia. All that whole storyline, which was pretty much the core of the whole thing, is over, but it still keeps going. It's like I stopped reading after that because I was like, there's no point. You can let it go and do something else.
Well, you know what the other point is? Eric Williams, what's up with you?
Are you talking about Spawn still?
If you want, if that's what's up with you.
Oh, no.
Well, I've just been sitting around, watching Spawn, reading some Spawn books, playing with my Spawn toys.
So, yeah, I haven't been doing that. So, that's not part of what's up with me. Feel like I did that. So this week, besides trying to get everything caught up and get bags packed and crap for Dragon Con, I finally finished Batman Hush series.
Nice.
Really good. And also at the same time I bought the Flashpoint. Remember the movie came out recently, the animated? Anybody else read that or watched the movie?
Need to see it.
The what?
Flashpoint.
Yeah, I watched that.
So I read the trade, or the trade, anyway, and I really loved the story. I wanted to read it before I watched it, and I finally read it, but I also got to watch the movie, which I really loved the movie, and wept just a little bit towards the end. Anybody else? I don't want to give the spoilers away. Another cool thing this week, I've been known to make very weird purchases on geeky stuff.
No.
I know, right? I'm not alone. There's other people on this show who done it too. But earlier this week, do y'all remember the 31-inch figures they released of Batman and Superman?
Yep.
Nope.
Well, excuse me. This figure was released in 2013 at Toy Fair, but Revenge of the Sith, 31-inch Revenge of the Sith Darth Vader, released by Jakks Pacific in a giant-size figure. So I stumbled across this thing by looking at board games and in my local Wally World, which is Walmart for people who don't have Walmarts. And it's like, wow, I was really taken back by this. It was $29, and it's like, man, I can't walk away from this. Don't get me wrong, the Batman they released, it's got a shrunken head. The Superman looks pretty good, but this is definitely worth. It's really detailed, and it's a really cool centerpiece if you want to put it on your desk or collection. And oddly, for some reason, it's going for almost $60 online. I found it cheaper in the stores, which was weird.
That's crazy.
Because you didn't have to pay shipping on that big bastard.
Yeah. It's a really detailed figure, man, and it's really cool because there's a lack of Return of the Sith Vaders related collectibles memorabilia. So it's a pretty cool centerpiece. And it looks just totally badass sitting on my desk. So that's about all what's going on with me this week. So if you need to check that out, man, 31-inch Darth Vader. Careful how you word that in your Google search.
And there is a cute picture of Eric out there with his pint-sized Vader for size comparison. It's definitely a cool figure. If you guys need a giant Vader for a good price, there you go. Brandon Posey, what's up with you?
Oh, I thought you would never ask. Well,
it seemed like I would never ask, but coming through for you.
Here's the thing. I've actually been able to do a lot of geeky stuff. I just rewatched Star Trek Into Darkness. Holy crap, it's still an incredible movie. I don't care if people don't like Khan being in it and they kind of redid the whole thing. That's the whole point with the storyline that J.J. Abrams kind of created when he created the whole alternate, timeline. I think it was a great movie. I've been reading. I tried to start reading Fear Itself again. I kind of got distracted. I did read. What was it that I got? I caught up on Superior Spider-Man, and people were starting to put two and two together because he's starting to kill people, which obviously isn't like Spider-Man. But it's kind of funny because there's a prison called Rikers Island or something, or Ravencroft, maybe. I don't know. It's an island prison in New York City. It's a big in the Marvel universe. All the baddies, all your rhinos and your whatever go there, like rhinoceros, whatever. But anyway, so he goes over there. He stops a breakout, and he kind of makes it to. He kind of blackmails J. Jonah Jameson, who's now the mayor of New York City, to let him have that as his Spider Island superhero base of operations, and he does, and it's kind of weird because it's Spider-Man. Why does he have a base? And then he hired all these goons to help him. It's like the Spider Army. It's really interesting and different. And he goes and he tries to kill the Kingpin and the new Hobgoblin. So it's really kind of a neat story. But I'm really curious on where they're going with the whole Doc Ock being Spider-Man thing. I started reading Deadpool of the Marvel Now, and it's it's hilarious. And I'm gonna actually try to catch up on all the Marvel Now titles that that are coming out. Like there's like 4 or 5 different Avengers titles. I'm sure because of the movie. There's like Secret Avengers and Uncanny Avengers and Avengers Assemble and Avengers Initiative and Avengers Underwater with mallets and I mean
Avengers Arena.
yeah, I mean there's just like holy crap, just chill out on the Avengers. No one, it's not like all of them have Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, and Captain America in them, you know? Like, whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's see, I finished another box for 2 more of my board games, so all of my Flying Frog board games have custom-made boxes for them. And this one was kind of a cool one. It's for a game called Fortune and Glory, and also contains this game called Invasion from Planet Earth. It's 2 games in 1 box. But I got this gold spray paint for the top piece, and it looks amazing. Then I went out and bought me a new card game actually called Smash Up, and it looks really fun. We haven't got a chance to play it yet. It just came in the mail yesterday. But it is basically, imagine, you know, there's like 12 different factions in the game. You have like tricksters, which is like leprechauns, trolls, elves, that kind of thing. You have robots, zombies, pirates, dinosaurs. They have the bear cavalry, which is like people who ride bears and attack you. So obviously it'd be the choice for Corey.
Woohoo!
There's plants like from, I don't know, there's a bunch. There's like all these different things, and what you do in the game is you take 2 of the factions and you smash the decks together and you create your card deck. So you have a 40 card deck and you have minions and action cards, and the whole thing is to get points to win the game or whatever. But it's kind of a cool, neat process, or not process, but idea to play the game. And it looks, you know, I saw it played on Tabletop Will Wheaton's show on YouTube, and it looks really fun. The artwork is awesome in the game. The box and the card stock is really good. And so yeah, it's a cool game I got going there. And yeah, just still counting down the days till Gen Con 2014. I think it's like 350 days and counting. I mean,
A few days left.
I mean, you guys are excited about Dragon Con, which is cool. I mean, if I had $1 bazillion, I'd go to Dragon Con too. But 350 days, 2 hours, and 3 minutes until Gen Con 2014. So, you know, got some time.
You'll have a bazillion by then.
I'll probably have $1.5 billion.
See? You can have that much more fun with your bazillions.
Bazinga.
True story.
And that's about it, I guess.
Sounds pretty good.
So we got there's probably someone we're leaving out. Eric, is there anyone who hasn't been to What's Upwards yet? Have we got everybody, Eric?
Patrick?
No, I think Patrick, yeah, he got to the comic book store.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Brian?
Got Brian?
I think that's everybody. Okay, what's our next topic?
Bunch of assholes.
Hey, Corey.
What?
What's up with you?
Nothing.
Okay, moving on.
Not much really though. Like, let's see. I got a book the other day. Oh no, I got 2 books I was kind of excited about. In fact, they were right behind me. I went to this bookstore. I think I texted you about it, called The Book Company. It's a little, you know, kind of hole-in-the-wall sort of bookstore. It's over by the East Ridge Tunnels. And all their comic books are $1. So you can go dig through the bins and find, you know, some sort of hidden treasures, I'm sure. But I went for the graphic novels, and they had 2 books that kind of brought back a sense of nostalgia for me. And one is the DC Superpowers Annual in hardcover. So you've got Lex Luthor on the front with his, his green suit. And like, it didn't look like the one in Injustice. It looked, like did you guys have the little toys when you were kids? Like the, I guess, what were they, Patrick? 5-inch or 6-inch, DC Superpowers figures, and like Lex Luthor was in that green suit.
Oh yeah,
with the high trap armor came up to the sides of his head.
Yeah,
just really cool.
Had a bunch of those.
And they also had the Wizard Big Book of Covers, and that brings back a lot of memories because I used to look at Wizard more as a kid than I'd actually read comics. So I went ahead and bought that. I got them both for $10, which is awesome. And let's see what else. I've been watching Trigun. I'm trying to get my anime knowledge leveled up before November. So I'm enjoying that, and I get to hear the voice of Johnny Young Bosch because he's the voice of Bash the Stampede in the English version of the series. And I'm really enjoying it. Susan keeps asking me like why everyone on the show is so stupid. And I tell her it's not that they're stupid, it's the sense of humor from anime that was made during that period of time. And if you go back and watch stuff, I mean, like, your Dragon Ball Z, Trigun, what's another example? Like Cowboy Bebop, the characters, some of them act kind of goofy, and then, like Bash the Stampede acts really stupid in this series. But then all of a sudden, when like shit hits the fan, he just like snaps into this like hero role and then does something really crazy cool that you didn't think he was capable of when he was acting like a goofball. So I guess in that way it kind of appeals to a broader age group. I don't know, some of the humor I don't get either, but I enjoy the show. And I finished watching Hemlock Grove. Has anybody watched that?
No.
Okay.
Brian, you didn't watch it? I'm surprised if you didn't. Maybe he did and he just can't talk about it.
I've never heard of it.
Hemlock Grove is a Netflix original horror series, I guess. It's about this town, and the pilot episode was directed by Eli Roth. Eli Roth also produced the whole series, so he had something to do with its creation, but he doesn't direct them all. And it's basically the story of these 2 high school kids that become friends. They're kind of in different life paths, but they know that there's something weird about them. Like one of them, it turns out, and this isn't like a spoiler or anything, but like by episode 2, you know that he's a werewolf. Okay. The other one, you don't really know what's going on with him, but he has some weird shit going on. It's okay. It could have been condensed to 5 episodes very easily rather than 13 or whatever it turned out to be. Because a lot of it just feels like fluff for no reason. The acting is piss poor, pathetic. It's really bad acting. But we ended up watching it just maybe out of morbid curiosity. More so than anything. And it got renewed for a 2nd season. So if you want to see Famke Jensen in a TV show made for Netflix, this is your chance. And she also uses a really bad accent, so it's a hell of a show. Really good.
When did that show start?
Well, it's Netflix original, so they just dumped it on Netflix all at once. It never came on TV.
I mean, has it been on Netflix a while? Because
at least 6 months.
Okay, so I got my Netflix account a while back, so that's why I haven't seen it.
I don't know. I mean, I would, if you just really love horror shows and you're really hurting for one, like while Grimm is off the air. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I can't really recommend it. I didn't think it was that good. And that's about it for me. Does anybody have anything else they want to discuss this evening?
Well, speaking of horror shows, has everyone seen the trailer for the Sleepy Hollow? Going on Fox?
TV
I've
series?
heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
TV series, yeah.
Get out of here.
It actually looks kind of cool. I can't remember what Ichabod Crane, what he is. It's somewhere British general or commander gets beheaded. It's really hard to explain if I don't have anything in front of me. It gets Ichabod Crane passes out. I can't remember how this happens. Somehow he gets transported into the future, and the British general, whatever, who's beheaded, comes back, starts killing people. It's really hard for me to explain. I need to find a link and show it to you, but y'all need to look it up. It looks really cool. The trailer looks really cool, and it kind of reminds me of Grimm a little bit, but I don't know. Sorry, I'm being terrible at explaining this.
No, it sounds cool. I've heard about it. I just haven't seen any trailer.
Let me find a link and put it in the chat real quick.
Just trying to think of other stuff.
It looks pretty cool. I'm watching it right now, Eric.
Speaking of Grimm, dude, there's like 3 of the Grimm people that are going to be there at Dragon Con.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the dude that plays Monroe, Silas Weir Mitchell, the girl that plays Adeline Shade, and the dude that plays Grimm's partner, the black dude.
Black dude.
Da 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 black dude.
Black dude. Black dude. Yeah, it's a good show.
Oh wow, Maniac Cop 2 is coming out on Blu-ray.
I was going to use that last week in our Slashers episode. I wasn't sure if I should, though.
You ain't scared?
So, yeah, this is awkward. Has everyone seen You're Next?
Yep.
Man, that movie was terrible.
And by terrible, you mean amazing.
Amazingly bad. It was so horrible. Dude, I still have no clue how the people on Rotten Tomatoes have given this thing such a good rating.
I'm telling you, they have to believe the movie was done tongue-in-cheek. I mean,
they have to be on drugs.
I mean, they have to have that thought in their head.
The guy that made it is not that brilliant. He's not.
Well, maybe... What's what I'm saying? Like, he may have made the movie not tongue-in-cheek, but everyone's like, dude, this is, like, so crazy. Like, it's so awful. It has to be good.
He's like, I fooled these bitches. It's all good. Whatever.
I mean, I just can't see... I can't see it being thought of as a good movie any other way than people thinking it's tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, I just did not. It just wasn't enjoyable, man. Like, the only character in it that was any good was that girl.
Well, she was a star, so that makes sense.
Yeah. I just don't have much hope for... I know this happens every generation, but I just don't have much hope for the future of horror right now with this current batch of guys that do ABCs of Death and You're Next and, the shittier parts of VHS.
But see, the thing that was bad with Your Next was it wasn't so much the killing or anything or the scares. It was the story. Like, had those been like 3 people who just like wanted to kill you, you'd have been like, oh, that's really creepy,
Right.
But being, and I won't ruin it for anybody, but being the story of what it was horrible. I mean, it was just like, really? That's what your story's going to be about? Really? Oh, and the big twist? Oh, no way, I didn't see that coming.
This is kind of the problem with, like, slasher movies in general. Or like, well, let's take Halloween, for example. Okay, Halloween 1 is really cool. Really scary movie. Then Halloween 2, they made the crucial mistake of doing this whole brother-sister thing. And from then on out, there's all these movies with all these different explanations of why Michael Myers is doing this and that. And what they're doing is making it less scary because you're getting all these reasons why you can relate to it. And it makes more sense, but it makes it way less creepy.
Are you saying you didn't like Halloween 2?
I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm saying that that's where they took a really bad turn. And John Carpenter himself has said, I was shit-faced drunk when I came up with this whole sister thing. And I think that was a big mistake.
Yeah,
So do you think it was a mistake to put Busta Rhymes in the Halloween franchise?
Yes.
Dude, by then, the only direction they had to go was up. I mean, honestly.
Well, when you try to take the mystery away from something like that, you just, like you said, you just depower the whole thing. You take away its emphasis of scares and thrills. I mean, it's better that it's a thing. It's not, you don't know where it came from. You just know it's there. I mean, that was
you guys all seen this? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but that was the genius behind Dark Knight and the Joker, and that version of the Joker. We didn't know where he came from. We didn't know who he really was. We didn't know his real name. He was just
and we
there.
didn't give a shit because he was awesome.
We didn't care. It was the same thing about The Shape in Halloween. You knew the backstory of Michael Myers and his and killing his sister and everything. But other than that, I mean, it's just evil, and you don't really need to explain evil.
Has everybody here seen The Strangers?
Yeah,
I love that movie.
Awesome.
No.
Okay, The Strangers is a depressing film, but it's so good. Okay, and the reason why it's so good is because it even has a really similar premise to You're Next, but it's much better acting, and also they don't tell you shit. They're like, dude, basically we're terrorizing you, and it's scary, and we don't have to tell you why.
Yeah, and I think in the movie they even say like, "Why are you doing this to us?" And it's like,
Because you were home.
Because you were home. Yeah.
Dude, that is freaking scary. That is real life shit. Someone who's coming in your house to kill you, not to steal your stuff. That is exactly why their reasoning would be.
Yeah, Patrick, if you get free time, man, I highly recommend you watch that. It's really good.
I saw the trailer for that, and then they have I don't know if they still do this, but they used to do like I think it was on Bravo, like the 50th scariest movies or scary movie moments or whatever, and that was one of them, and it was like in the top 10 when I saw that. And like when there was some scene where she's in the kitchen, and I think she's getting something to drink or whatnot, and then you just see
her standing behind her.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm like, I can't watch this thing, man, because I'm gonna be tripping. I'm gonna be going crazy.
It plays in everybody's fear when you're alone in the house, and you hear a noise. I mean, it's like there's a little fear, You never know. I mean, it could be nothing. It could be a house creaking, but you never know if you're freaking out about something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and another thing that's so good about The Strangers is it's not like forced scares, There's little moments like that build up this real like tense feeling the whole time. Like you'll just see a little glimpse of somebody over there staring at Liv Tyler, or Scott Speedman was the guy in it, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's so atmospheric and cool, and just it builds up to this just huge crescendo of just scary shit, and then at the end it's just it's gut wrenching. Like it's a really, really good movie. Just it is sad though. Like it's kind of depressing.
Well, they're making a
If I had to make one complaint about it,
they're making a makequel.
A makequel?
What'd you say?
A sequel?
Oh, I thought they're making a makequel. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I would say that.
Oh, you might.
They're seeking a makequel.
There you go.
Moving on.
Yeah, and the three killers in that movie are called Dollface, Pinup Girl, Man in Mask. That's their names in The Stranger.
Weird.
I'm sorry. Every time I see movies like You're Next and stuff like that, I immediately think like, okay, they're just trying to rip off The Strangers.
Well, I don't think that they were trying to rip it off. It just, man,
Just no good.
that was a shitty movie. Has anybody ever heard of Geek Lurv?
You mean the YouTube show?
Not Geek Love, Geek Lurv.
No.
Apparently, let me read this to you real quick. Geek Lurv. What is this website?
It sounds riveting.
Hold on, it just popped up on my news feed. I thought it was interesting. I think it's a freaking dating site for cosplayers. Hold on, let me read it.
Okay.
What is Geek Lurv, you may ask? Geek Lurv is, I hate the name. God almighty. I'm just going to say Geek Love, okay? Geek Love is a website like no other where passionate people can meet other passionate people. Whether you're a comic book lover or an otaku, a band geek to a computer geek, if you have something to be geeky about, you should be on Geek Love. Pre-registration is open now, and every Geek Love sponsored cosplayer will be giving out membership discount codes both in person at conventions and online. Be sure to keep your eyes peeled since many of these codes are stackable and some are even lifetime discounts. Okay, but what does that mean for you? What it means is that Geek Love will be supporting my cosplay passion while I promote them at conventions. Maybe it's not a dating site. It just sounded like it.
What?
I don't know. Geekler. Geekler. It's that stupid picture. It's that Ermagerd. This stupid shit. Why do people have to talk like that? I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like it. Geekler.
Lervadur.
Anyway, so you guys can check that out if you want to. It's GeekLurv. Geeklerv.
Geekler.
And apparently you have to pay to do that.
I have to pay.
Not sure what you're doing.
I have to pay to go to the website?
Hold on, I'm gonna try to go to the website. Just give
Where is this going? Where this plane keeps flying? Why are we still on Geek Lurv?
I found it interesting until I found out what it really was.
Oh,
Geeks need Lurv too, okay? Yeah, here it is. What is Geek Lurv? Geek Lurv is the wave of the future. Flying cars, talking toasters, self-aware housing. All of that pales in comparison to what Geek Lurv can add and might very well be in the future. For now, though, it's a dating website designed by geeks for like-minded individuals, regardless of your gender, identity, sexual orientation, race, religion, body type, fetishes, or fandom. For more information on us, please check out this sort of FAQ on our Tumblr. Geekler.
Geekler.
okay.
So you can pre-register at geeklurv.com right now.
Tumblr. Geekler.
And if you go to Geekler.
Swedish chef.
Tonight's special guest on Vitamin Geek, the Swedish chef. We also have Gay Palpatine.
What?
Gay Palpatine.
Something,
Do it.
dark side.
Patrick, do it. Gay Palpatine, go.
Gods, leave us. I'll blow you later.
I love that. It's so funny. I don't know why he started doing that back in the day, but it's funny. So, guys, if you want to meet the geek of your dreams, go to geeklurv.com.
Actually, the geeks of your dreams are right here on this podcast.
Yes.
Smooth.
You like that? It's good.
That was good.
Married, so I don't understand why you say that, but okay.
Because we're shut up.
I'm just gonna poke a hole there in the saying.
Poke a hole there. Okay.
Hey, I said it, and don't negate what I said, because what I said is fact, and fact is always right. Moving on.
Fact is always right. Moving
That's right.
on. Well, hot damn.
Well, if y'all want to talk about headline news, we could talk about Miley Cyrus twerking on stage. That's pretty geeky, right?
No.
Not really.
No.
That's really awful.
It's just nasty.
Well,
Brian thinks she's hot, though. We need to address this shit, because that girl is foul.
only
looking.
if Brian is on here to defend his choice.
Brian,
Huh?
defend yourself.
And the only reason I'm bringing that up because I just seen a picture. Apparently, when she's been over twerking or whatever. When the hell do we have to change the word? ass or the words ass shaking and
Somebody
twerking.
calling me?
Yeah.
Somebody call.
Have you seen
Go-
they photoshopped
Wallace, go back.
Yeah, what are we talking about? Twerking? Miley Cyrus? Is that what you're talking about?
Corey says you have a thing for Miley Cyrus. Is that true?
No, that's not true at all.
That's bullshit. You said she was hot.
I said she was hot if she didn't talk, and if she didn't, and I didn't see her at the VMAs. It's like that hair, man. It's just awful. And her tongue. What is with her tongue?
Just sticking out, dog.
I love the pictures they took her like butts pressed and the little whatever
And the
she's
chicken.
wearing. It looks like a butt. It looks like a chicken or Hank Hill's
Like a
butt.
chicken butt. Chicken butt.
Ryan, what do you know about Geek Lure?
What?
Geek Lure.
Geekler.
Not Geekler. Geekler.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're never live, okay?
Oh yeah, on the air.
We are always live.
I never understood. Why did Corey not have a soundboard today? Is it because he's laying in bed?
I'm laying in bed.
Are you really?
No.
Oh.
I'm at the bar.
If you guys have not realized, this is not a normal show this week.
Well,
This is an acoustic set, okay?
This is
I'll be
Vitamin
back.
Geek
I'm doing
Unplugged.
Vitamin Geek Unplugged.
This is your first time listening to the show. Please do not take this as a real show. Normally, we're much less organized.
I'm going to go ahead and say, if you keep up with our social media, it's going to be a little different this week, as most of us will be at Dragon Con. So I'll try to have keep some cool articles and pictures and all kinds of stuff flowing to you. But if it be anything, it might be mostly Dragon Con related. Just a heads up, if you care.
What was Dragon Con related?
I was saying, because I'll be busy most of the weekend. So if you follow most of our social media, it might be a little slow of news articles and funny tidbits and stuff like that.
Tidbits?
Yeah.
When did we post any titty bits?
Oh my God, I want to punch the screen.
Punch the screen! Yeah, we'll be taking lots of pictures and shit at Dragon Con, uploading those. We might even see the Geek Lure people there. Hey, did I tell you I realized the other day what they're saying on ESO?
Geek Lure?
It's not Geek off.
What is it?
I just forgot. Oh shit.
Get your geek off?
No, okay, what does he say? We thought he said geek off. It's like what turns your geek off. That's what it is. It's what turns your geek off.
Oh.
But he says like, what turns your geek off? So it sounds like, what turns your geek off? I figured that out the other night when I was listening to their show. I was like, because he said it a little slower. And he's like, what turns your geek off? And I'm like, oh, that's not as gross. Because remember when they said that shit to us and we both looked at each other like, what the hell? And then we look back at them and they're like, huh? And we're like, no, seriously, what did you just say? Because we don't know how to answer it. I masturbated 2 weeks ago. I mean, what do you want me to say? I don't know.
Moving on.
A little more than I needed to know, but yeah. Exactly.
That's the sound effect.
This episode was brought to you by Lithium and Giggler.
Lithium batteries?
No, drugs.
Makes no sense.
Or no, Valium, sorry. Same shit, I think.
No.
Hey,
It
another
does the same thing, right? Makes you like
No.
sleepy.
No.
another cool thing that is actually geek related.
Brought to you by drugs. Oh, there you go.
Well, there's drugs in it. This week, Walking Dead Season 3 came out on DVD and Blu-ray.
And it costs like $800 for the fish tank one.
Yeah, isn't that limited?
Yeah. The cool thing is, during the season, like every episode had like some indie folk singer, rock band, whatever, put some song in the show.
Clowns never laughed before. Beanstalks never grew. Ponies never ran before.
Is that a real song?
It's from the Brady Bunch movie.
Oh, anyway, but if you buy the it says exclusive to where I bought it from Amazon, but it's everywhere I've seen it. It says exclusive. You get this CD soundtrack of all those bands.
That sounds terrible. Will they let me pay more to have that removed before I get it?
No.
Damn.
So yeah.
Word to your mother.
Aw, that's sweet.
Anybody bought anything off Amazon lately? Got any cool Amazon pre-orders?
I didn't buy anything off Amazon.
Okay.
Oh, go.
No, that's cool.
I've got quite a few
Iron Man
things from
3's
Shout
good.
Factory pre-order.
I bought this guy who's you've seen it, Corey. I finally broke down and bought that Green Hornet box set DVD.
I'm glad to hear you broke down.
Well, it's $40, so it's not cheap, but I mean the show is like these guys able to do this because the show's in free domain, so there's no copyright on it. But it's a really awesome package deal. So really impressed with it.
Are you guys into Hostel at all?
Why?
A movie?
Yeah, there's a Hostel action figure on Amazon. Normally retails for $19.99. It's $2.99 right now.
What is it? Somebody sticking a corkscrew in somebody's naked ass? I mean, that's all Hostel is.
No, it's one of the dudes wearing the apron and getting ready to do some business, and he's got that helmet on, a chainsaw.
All right, laundry done. I'm good.
This episode brought to you by Brian's Laundry.
Some cool things. This also from Amazon. Yep, they release a lot of collector's editions from Shout Factory's releasing those. Y'all have heard Patrick talk about a bunch of them. I got
I've never heard Patrick speak of that.
what?
I'm fucking with you, dude. Sorry.
Jeez, with the F-bombs.
What?
Anyway, Life Force Collector's Edition, Prince of Darkness,
Fucking Life Force.
Prince of Darkness Collector's Edition, the Fog Collector's Edition, the Howling Collector's Edition, and the Blu-ray of Swamp Thing, the Collector's Edition, Terror Train Collector's Edition, the Funhouse Collector's Edition, and a movie that I've just actually got in the mail, Intruder.
Yo, by the way, Brian, the original Fog is really good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, not Tom Wellings.
Hell no. That's a piece of shit.
Corey, dude, man, are you high or drunk?
He's all about
No.
channeling crutch part in that.
Gosh.
But no, the cool thing about all those, back in the day, video stores, they released this really cool artwork on their other boxes. And they're starting to do that on these VHSs, man. So if you're a fan of those things, definitely check those out.
Yeah.
I think I need to order this freaking Hostel figure. $2.99, dude.
I'm still waiting on Patrick to find me a life-size R2-D2 that
Just build
is
one.
reasonable price.
Dude, if Luke Skywalker built one...
He didn't build
no,
one.
he didn't. If
He built
Anakin
3PO.
Skywalker built one...
He built 3PO. He didn't build R2-D2.
Damn it! If somebody in that movie built one, you could build one.
Obviously, because everything in that movie is real, so you could obviously go to the store and buy all the parts.
Oh, man. That was
This
awesome.
episode is over!
So,
This is all Dragon Con. Signing out for Patrick Sykes.
is it really over?
It's over.
Hold on, I got a couple.
Night.
I got a couple of Dragon Con questions.
Oh, well, go ahead.
All right.
How were you for like 3 years doing laundry?
So, Eric, since you're the
Yeah.
nice guy, do they have exclusives at Dragon Con like they have at Comic Con? I'm curious.
Actually, they do. But are they Dragon Con exclusives? No. They're all the exclusives for other conventions, specifically Comic Con, that everybody says you can only get there. A lot of times they float around at conventions and you can buy those here.
Seriously?
Eric,
Yeah, for real.
Eric, dude,
What?
you know what that means, right?
I'm going to be looking forward to.
What?
I was talking about the Jason.
Yeah, we're getting a Jason!
Dude, if they have it, they sold out at Comic Con. Does that mean they'll still have them?
Yeah, you might have to pay a little bit more, though. But
So, Okay,
I'm okay with paying up to $30. Okay, I'm okay with paying up to $40
Dude,
for this $25.
I gotta
figure.
say that, I'm not even that big of a Jason fan, but that figure is freaking awesome. I'd love to have it.
Oh, I didn't tell you guys. I had this girl I know that builds those perler bead sprites, like the ones Penny makes. She does those for money, I guess. And I traded her a video game, so I had her make me the 8-bit Jason. It's like a foot tall. It's on the fridge upstairs. It looks awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude. Purple ass.
My next question is, at Comic-Con, they have a lot of booths that are like Warner Brothers and like, Bandai and stuff like that, Mattel. Do they have sponsored booths like that, or are they all independent stores and sellers and merchants?
Here's the thing about Dragon Con. It is fan run for the fans. Warner Brothers is not going to take over a bar just to promote some stupid show. There's not going to be all the Walking Dead cast. They're not going to take over some giant. It's all for fan driven stuff. So they're at most of the dealer rooms and stuff. It's going to be independent stores, artists, artwork.
So less freebies, probably, right?
Yes. There'll be free stuff, but it'll be like the free shit we give away. Like, here's a pencil. It's got our address on it.
It'd be like free membership to Geekler.
like us on Facebook.
So, do you think it would be possible this time next year to have a Vitamin Geek tent?
A tent?
Or whatever it is. What are they called? A booth.
We're gonna camp the fuck out in the middle of Atlanta, dude.
A Vitamin Geek booth.
I honestly, I don't know. I've never seen how much it costs or anything like that. But if you'd like to see Vitamin Geek, we will be at Anime Blast Chattanooga.
That's right.
November 8th through the 10th, downtown Chattanooga
Are we gonna
at
be there
the
every day?
Trade and Convention Center. Yes.
All right.
Somebody will. I don't know if everybody will.
Um,
I will.
Definitely Saturday.
and my last question is a request, Eric. If they make, I don't know if they do make it or not, but I was thinking if you could find a cosplay, like a fake, like crossbow to like a Daryl costume, let me know and send me a text of it.
A fake? You want a fake crossbow?
Yeah.
You could just carry a real one around without a bolt in it.
Yeah,
It's not-
most of the people, they just get their actual crossbows. They just take they just take the string off and don't put a bolt in it.
You can probably go down to
okay.
Flea Market and get one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can find like the ears.
You can find the ears.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, so if you see anything fake, just in case.
There's lots.
Okay, we'll look for fake things. We're on a scavenger hunt at Dragon Con. Where are the fake things at?
Oh, you got any of those fake things? I'll take
Fake
the
dealer
real.
room's over here.
Fuck the fake dealer room, man. They're like, yo, I got this Folex, dog. It's got Batman on it.
What? It's got the what?
Batman on my Folex.
Folex.
Did you see that funny picture of Darth Vader I posted?
Hold
No.
his arms up in the air.
He's got his hands in the air like he's a true player.
Oh, goodness.
Kind of like Big Papa Eric Williams.
Still, I have no idea what the hell you're
I
talking
love
about.
it when you call
Can
me
we get
Big
sign
Papa.
off now?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Patrick Sykes, say bye.
Guys, have a great weekend. I will miss my fellas while they are down at Dragon Con.
Oh,
Miss you too. Oh, sexy. Eric Williams.
Good night, everybody. We will see you next week back to our regularly scheduled programming where not a bunch of shenanigans takes place. Like us on Facebook, please.
Eric, quit lying.
Shut up.
Shenanigans week in, week out. Brian Wallace.
I don't know if anybody knows this, but the Dragon Con is the same day, like the same weekend that like there's a lot of sporting events going on,
There's
including the
9 things that
NASCAR
takes
race.
place in Atlanta.
The NASCAR race is in Atlanta that weekend.
And the Atlanta Braves play. There's a football game also. There's quite a... Oh, and also there's a gay pride for a festival and parade. So there's going to be a ton of people in Atlanta this weekend.
Man.
That's
Woo!
great.
Well, good luck, guys.
Okay.
Send me some texts and pics and stuff.
We'll send you pics from the gay parade. Brandon Posey.
Before I do my other Batfleck quote, Find us on iTunes, download us, give us well, I guess you already downloaded this. Find us on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating, tell us what you like about the show, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And my quote is this. My name is pronounced Geely. It rhymes with really. What?
My God, I'm so glad I never watched that.
I never watched it either. I just got the quote from the internet, so.
Man, that's awful.
That's all pops and tags.
I'd be in Geely too if I get to bang J-Lo.
Now, that's not a Kevin Smith movie, right?
No.
Yeah, I thought it was.
No.
No, that's Jersey Girl,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah, Jersey Girl.
Which, I don't know. Which is apparently bad, but not Geely bad.
I'd rather watch Mariah Carey's movie Glitter than see Geely.
Whoa.
Have you seen Geely?
Actually, yes, I have.
That's sad.
Well, so's your face.
Oh, I'm tired, and I'm your host, Corey Keelan, reminding you all to stay literate, buy comic books, read comic books, and sell them if you feel like it.
My face is
We'll see you guys. Bitches. Okay, we'll see you guys at Dragon Con. If you see Eric or myself with our Vitamin Geek badges on our lanyard things,
Talk to them.
then your eyesight is amazing because there's like a shitload of people there. But aside from that, yeah, talk to us. We would love to hear from
Give
you.
them
I'm
something
sure
free.
we'll both be wearing T-shirts because we do that a lot. So,
You both will wear t-shirts?
Hotlanta, peace out.
Take 2 of these and call me in the morning.